Hey everybody, we're back with more Code Vein. Jensen, how you doing, buddy? Where are we at currently? 22 deaths. I think. That might be wrong, I wasn't actually keeping track last week for a bit. I think I made it up right. I don't know. Pretty much the same, Jensen, just keep on keeping on. More Code Vein. Alright, what is this that I'm seeing? Okay, no, that's fine. And the green screen might be failing a little bit behind me. Let me see about that. Put up to 33. That looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, some more Code Vein. I don't remember what we were doing. Oh yeah, we needed to find more of the doors with the wings. You know what? Let's explore the depths. We haven't explored the depths at all.
I feel like the Lost here have been behaving strange lately. I'll lead the way. Just tell me where we're going.
Looking fly. This is pretty true. I do like the
Come back immediately.
I do like this outfit.
Understood?
The colour combination's quite nice. I like the white and red. Primary white with red highlights. That is a colour combination I first stumbled onto when I was playing Freedom Wars on the Vita. And I was actually really happy with that as an idea. It's really cool.
Let's both take it nice and steady.
Alright, so let's explore this area. I'm not sure what the depths are about. But at the very least, I feel like we might be able to get some experience, at least, some blood haze that we can use.
We need a key. So this is the region
Need
of
2
all the
keys.
deaths.
Let's see what we got.
Watch out. Enemy present.
That's a big boy. Bigger than mine. Okay, nothing over there. Hello. Rude.
I would have missed that.
Okay, so that's one
It's getting
key.
cramped.
I was expecting that to take longer. I also forgot I swapped out fire for ice.
That's quite valuable. Let's use it well. It's open.
Let me see that. Heavy axe fortification.
I should probably check my equipment too.
What is that? A stronger type, maybe? Interesting.
I see something.
RV mastery. Okay, interesting.
That's...
Purify the missile. Alright, how does this look? It's a dead end. Alright.
That's...
Shane Thrall. That was a greater lost. I get the feeling I was really supposed to come here way earlier. That said, not much of a reward for beating it. But we got one key. Now let's go for the other. So it was snowing today, which was really weird. Like, actually coming down pretty heavily. None of it seems to have really stuck though, so that's nice. It's pretty heavy. I think that's the latest in the year I've ever seen it snow. There we go, fresh territory. Split path. Got snow last week. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Like, it has been pretty cold over the weekend as well. Yeah, there's another missile. Like, last week it was way warmer, then over the weekend it got really cold. Ah, crap. Well, they were dealt with quick. A vestige? No, it isn't.
I've been looking.
That's...
Awesome.
Did you pick up something we can use?
Alright, so
Sorry.
We'll have to
truth
take
is,
good care of
that
that.
is a vestige. Hermes.
It's a revenant.
Yeah, weather's been crazy. Wind's been pretty fast, like pretty high wind speed's been not been nice. Okay. Snouted Wanderer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this. I think it's Ice Barrage. Ice Barrage. Entirely because it's a barrage. Quite like that.
We should check that out. A key.
Right, there's the other
We can
key.
use that.
It's everything we need to open the door. Okay.
Might be better to move forward instead of debating.
What do we got? Really just Ichor Concentrate. What if the heavy axe fortification would have been worth something if I'd come here when I got this area available?
Let's see what's through here. Good. It's open.
Okay, so is this the real box?
Looks like we have trouble waiting for us. Don't hold anything back.
Prisoner of the Abyss. Yeah, it looks like it. This would have actually been a challenge if we'd come here when I got this place available. Well, that changed.
That's
That. Apparently that is it, and that didn't feel worth it. Yeah. My thought is, though, I don't think that would have been worth it if we'd come here at the time. I think it would have been pretty difficult and not worth the effort. That's what my thought is. But of course, knowing how I work with stuff like this, I would have just kept bashing my head up against it until I managed to win and keep my blood haze. Let's see about this Hermes vestige that we found. That is Davis's, isn't it?
You have returned.
Oh, you know what I remember? Eve. We're supposed to be looking for Jack. Yeah, I remember what we were doing now.
Our scouts were in it up to their necks, but they brought us intel that gave us the Queen's location.
Yaksha squad, those guys are the best. We've been given the order to deploy. This is the real thing, so stay on the ball.
Hey, Davis, are you listening?
Hmm? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'll go get ready.
Hmm.
Pay attention, Davis! The middle of enemy territory is no place for a stroll.
Sorry. I appreciate it.
You're about to frenzy. We need to get you back for treatment.
Hey, Davis. What's been the matter with you lately? It seems like we catch you spacing out more and more these days.
If something's wrong, you can talk to us. We're friends, right?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. The truth is, I've been looking for someone ever since I woke up as a revenant. Her name is Jessica. We were engaged.
R.I.P.
back when I
that
was still
dude.
human.
Yeah, we are friends, Davis. You're Naomi and me, Davis's companion. Well, you know, I feel like that guy's not going to get to survive.
That was one of my memories, wasn't it? Where did you find it? The depths, huh? Hard to believe it was all the way down there. I guess these things really are in the last place you think to look. My memory loss is pretty severe, even for a revenant. Almost everything from my human days is gone. My name isn't
Like the
even
opposite
Davis.
of main character
Started calling me
of an anime syndrome thing.
When I first woke up, the only thing I had in my possession was a single photograph of a woman. But no matter how much or how hard I thought about it, I just couldn't remember who she was. I appreciate any help you can provide. Thank you. So, I still knew her name back then. Back then, it was one battle after another. Somewhere in all the fighting, I must have just lost that memory. I knew I wouldn't die, so I kept coming back again and again. But I left something important behind.
Okay. Well, I think that's the only vestige I had, so let's go and try and find Jack. Yeah, it was fun. Let's get back to killing things. If I remember rightly, he was supposed to be in the crypt. Which I remember thinking was weird, because there wasn't anything in the crypt except Karen, and she was asleep. Hmm. Maybe Aurora knows something.
Louis, the rest is up to you. Karen's sleeping peacefully in the heart room. You should look in on her if you have the time. I'm sure she would appreciate it.
Well, that wasn't helpful.
On my way.
Revenants don't use stairs.
Wait, that's...
Huh. Didn't realise the pure blood would respawn here.
I won't take long.
Yeah, sprint all the way up the stairs.
Make sure you're good and ready.
Craziest thing with this is this says it's not 100% complete. Missed something? It's like, where? But it looks like there are doors that I never opened. Okay, one of them's here. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so that's open, which means it's talking about the switch. But I would have had to pull that switch to open the door, so why was that marked off like that? Hmm. You know, sometimes I feel like actually having a map is more trouble than not.
I think we can go up here.
I want to see if we can see the those doors on the map. The doors that I'm after for the crypts. Fortunately, we have a teleport point directly to one of them.
I'm on my way.
Okay. So it's just labelled as a normal door like this. That would suggest... Where did I see the others? I know I saw at least one before this. What are you doing here?
Another revenant yanked from death's embrace, huh? Don't you find Silva's policies untrustworthy?
Do I know you?
Thirst-inducing miasma enveloping us, the lost running rampant. The cause of all of this misery is perfectly clear. It's all a man-made disaster caused by Silva's Project Queen, and he created more revenants to stop her frenzy. And as things get worse, the wall of mist acts as the lid on a huge garbage can. The whole system is broken. I'm gathering documents and testimony to prove all this.
Okay.
If you find anything, bring it to me, okay? I want evidence that Silva's policies are a mistake. If you find anything, please let me know.
Weird. There's also the awkward thing of I can't move the map around to get a better look at it. It's not here. Was it in the swamp pit? Hmm. I know I saw at least one before we got to the cathedral. Weird that I can't go through there.
Strange place. Not the sort of place I'd expect.
Hmm.
Jumping down that pit would be risky. Don't rush. Place your feet carefully.
Hey, are you headed that way? Listen, that's a really bad idea. There's a real monster of a lost in that hole, and it's cut me off from my friends. I need to go look for them, but with something that's strong in my way, crap. What do I do now?
Well, there's nothing down there now.
Hey, so could you tell me if you see any of my friends? They'll have sheltered dog tags like mine. Are they still in that hole? Damn it. What do...
Well, you know what? I'm not going back in there to do a side quest.
Which way to go? That's we're in good shape.
Maybe I need to talk to Eve again, try and get another idea of where I'm going.
Well, which way will it be? Went quite well.
Alright, let's do that then. What is that? What is that? Okay, so there's something marked on the map,
Pick up something we can use?
which is indicated even though I'm not anywhere near it.
Fight.
What is it?
Okay, let's move. Symbols of civilization. Skyscrapers in ruin.
Okay, so it looked like it was near the park. You got something to say?
Over in the park, there's a real beefy lost hanging around. On my way.
Hmm. Okay, there it is on the map. Is it the beefy lost the guy mentioned? There's gotta be, right? Oh, Lost Shardell isn't a bad thing.
Wanna head down? That statue. It's a miracle it's still intact.
I feel like what we were after was around here.
I won't take long.
This was the path that led to the cathedral.
Wanna head up?
And going up.
Sorry. I'm on my way. That's quite valuable. Let's use it well. A map of the depths. This would be very interesting.
Hmm. Didn't notice that before. Here's the cathedral, and there's something else marked on the map again. What is it? There. Alright, let's go see what it is then.
On my way. Lost sighted over there. So, that's his garden.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it's moving. And it's on the upper floor. Great. Try and navigate this place
Won't
again.
take long. You choose the way.
Here's some stairs.
Sorry. I'm on my way.
Okay, can we get around there with these?
What's
It
our
looks
next
like
heading?
it, great. And it's on the other side of this. Fantastic. This map is not helpful for this. It doesn't differentiate the layers. Fuck. Oh, that's a death.
I'm glad your heart's okay. A review of our tactics might be in order.
No, you need a space between death and plus, Jansen. There you go. Thank you. 23. Ugh. No, it's good, Jansen. I don't want to have to navigate this place again. It's such a pain. Alright.
In the distance, it's the Lost. Doesn't look like we can talk our way out of this.
Okay, up the stairs. Thank you.
Did you pick up something we can use? Let's try to find some.
Whatever we're after is there, I have to try and figure out a way to get there. Blood haze should be there. There it is.
Let's find another way.
Okay. That missile looks like it's pretty close. We teleport there, maybe? Hmm. Alright, let's try and work this out. Artifice Tower. Is this where I was after? No. Outlook tower. Alright, this is what I was after.
Wait, that's...
Damage report. Right, that's gotta be a quest item, in which case I don't care. Where's that, though? Is that where it was? There's a bunch of doors up on the top right that are closed. Yeah, there it is, see? Alright, so we
I
have
think we can go up here.
a location. There it is. There's also whatever that door is, but it doesn't matter right now. Honestly, I feel like I'm not in the mood for side quests like this. Especially not side quests that are just running around trying to find items to pick up and then take back in a game like this. I don't really feel like doing that.
Whatever the cause, we have to prevent the successors from...
But it looks like we found the way forward, though. So that's nice. Knew I'd seen another door. Honestly, side quests in an RPG, it depends on the RPG and the side quests. With a game like this, fetch quests with items that I just need to pick up off the ground and then take back to a person.
The way is open.
You know, I don't want to do. I don't want to do those. Let's continue with the main story. The hunter needs our help. So let's go do that. It sounds like it'll be more interesting, and we'll get to discover new places, rather than running through places we've already been through, trying to find... like, whatever. Alright, there we go. Rock and roll.
Movement. Be careful.
Uh-oh.
We'll have to take good care.
Didn't expect a vestige.
That's quite valuable. Let's use it well.
Jack?
Eva, can you hear me? The miasma must be too thick for it to get through.
Jack, it's all right. We didn't come here to fight you.
The cavalry's here. Your sidekick sent us.
Eva did? Good. Then she got away safely.
So what happened?
There's a lot I want to say to you, but I'll keep it short. Thank you for watching over Nicola. I really appreciate it.
I'm not sure you should be thanking me.
Who was it? Who attacked you?
Somehow, the impossible happened.
You're really gonna have to be more specific.
No successor should be able to escape from a sealed crypt.
A successor? Wait, are you saying Mito attacked you?
Eva already told you? That'll save some explaining.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I remember.
It's strange. I'm not picking up any relic response from Mito's body. And yet, as far as I can tell, the crypt is still functioning normally. I was completely blind to his deception.
Wait, where are you going?
Mito took the relics that were being held inside of Eva. He has to be stopped, no matter the cost.
I always pronounced it as Mido in Ocarina. Mido must be stopped,
Let's go with him.
no matter the
This is not
cost.
bad.
Do 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 do. You got the touch. Bow bow bow. You got the power. Yeah. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's something there.
Watch your head. Enemy present.
Oh, that guy doesn't have a gun. Yep, got a gun. Gotta dodge that, Louis.
Enemy above us. We have to fight.
Okay, that could have gone better. Alright, so there's a vestige in there, wherever there is. Hmm. Shit. Gotta get around and take out the snipers. Missed. You want to keep targeting me while he stabs you in the back? Go ahead. Idiot.
Very clean execution.
Some people. Some monsters. How is the camera looking? Okay. Alright. So I came from that way. Check over here. This path looks almost hidden.
Look at that cave. Nature can be really magnificent. Do you want to lure them away? Or... They keep coming. Take them out quickly. Take this!
Gotcha. Alright, that seemed okay.
Enemies up there on the bridge. Watch out. That's quite valuable. Let's use it well.
Okay.
Looks like we've got some trouble. Be careful around the rocks. Wait. That's it.
Huge hammer plus 6. You know, the speed on that isn't that bad.
This terrain doesn't favor us. Be sure that...
I don't think it's the terrain we have to be concerned about.
I'll have to work to keep from slowing you down. Not a lot of room to dodge.
Yeah, I think that worked out.
Not bad.
Switch back to my spear. Oh hey, a missile tree.
There's a lot of space in here, huh?
Okay, so she's good with ice. Could have gone better, could have gone worse. Alright, got anything over here?
So this place was used as a surge tank. We've got a fearsome opponent here.
Okay, the real trouble is the ones with the guns.
Be sure you save some
Except they're not
information.
guns.
Try to avoid taking any more.
Spitting at us. Ooh, vestige. Okay, and the other one. Okay, that didn't do much.
Is that Lost guarding that door?
Oh, you look unique.
A locked door. Let's check it again later. Wait, it won't open?
Dog tags. Hello. Goodbye.
What's that? That's quite
Chest.
valuable. Let's use it well.
Nothing around it, it looks like. Black Blood Liberator. Interesting, I'll have to check that out. Ah, shit. Alright, what does this get us? Oh, it's all of our defense. Because it drops our weight considerably. Our weight capacity. Resistance to status effects will probably be useful at some point. Damn it. Well, that looks like something. You can only do that so many times before I start to catch on to it. And I started catching on to it several zones ago.
Watch your step here.
Hello. Bye-bye. I'm blurry. No, it looks okay. Okay. Not that direction. What do we got? Condensed lost shard. More stuff. Cool, nobody over here. And another vestige.
My life, everything that I had or held dear,
Carmilla.
all vanished instantly in the great collapse.
Okay, this looks like a boss arena. And I have no health. How bad is this going to be?
Don't hold anything back.
Gilded Hunter. Okay, well, that happened. Me making a mistake. Oh, we're almost there. Damn it!
I guess this is my fate.
Almost had it.
How do you feel?
Alright. You know, fuck you for not staggering. Thanks, Jansen. 24.
I'm impressed.
I want to backstab as many enemies as I can to increase the ichor I have at the minute. Positioning on these is so awkward. Okay, what was this way?
It's quite valuable. Let's use it well. Our footing is tight. Don't slip here. Not a lot of room to dodge here. I expected that to be harder. This is that first big cavern. I'll have to take good care of that. It's an
Awesome.
actual maze.
And go 7 regens now instead of 6. Worth the sidetrack.
Careful. This doesn't look easy. We're in enemy territory. Watch the shadows. Not good enough to take them all down at once.
Alright, next one. Alright, go. Sick of you. Well, that was funny. I'm glad I turned around in time to see that. There's a missile over here.
What's that?
Alright, let's go. She comes. Alright, let's go.
That one's stronger than the other lost around here. Be careful.
Well, see ya. All.
Guess we can't open that door right
Just
now.
not fun, is it?
My expectations.
Okay, so I had to run back this way anyway, and I just completely didn't see the missile here. Typical. Oh, there's trouble. Well, I got a little nasty.
Too risky. Did you pick up something we can use?
I think I pulled through pretty well. Alright, let's do this. Do it better this time.
Got your back here. That's it.
Okay, watch it. Okay, that's what I wanted to watch it for. Not fair, I was scratching my nose. Louis, why aren't you up? Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
You're back. That's it. Take this!
You're gonna wait your turn.
We can do this.
Thanks, Shanson. There it is. Oh, cutscene. Wasn't expecting that. I do like that some music comes in while we're just fighting regular battles. Dark Souls didn't really have that.
Leave something behind?
But yeah, the music there did feel pretty low key. You are right. Hmm. Thank you. I should have read it the first time, it just slipped up at the end.
This is Mr. Mito. He's going to be taking all of you in.
I don't think we'll get along with him. He doesn't look like he smiles.
This is where it all began.
Emily. He was one of Yakumo's friends, right?
I thought I told you not to come in here.
What is this? What have you done?
It's nothing to be concerned about. I'm merely indulging my curiosity. You, however, you will become something far greater.
He was smiling as he spoke, like a child playing with a doll.
Hmm.
Good morning. And how are we doing today, my dear children? You should celebrate, for today we are entering a new phase of our research. Rejoice on this glorious day of reunion. Praise curiosity in the progress it brings. For you,
It's nice that it has music, and it's got some variety in its music. For the most part, Dark Souls was pretty low-key about the music that it had, until you got to bosses. At which point it was usually like big booming orchestral pieces. The exception being the final boss, which was this nice quiet piano. like a quiet piano piece, which was really nice for the final boss of Dark Souls.
He was well known and celebrated as a scientific genius. But he used orphans like us as guinea pigs for his twisted experiments. Then sold us all into slavery as enhanced soldiers.
How awful.
He always told us, humanity is but a stepping stone to the future, and curiosity is the philosopher's stone of evolution. His experiments never ended. He used my friends over and over again, like they were just objects. Mito, you bastard. I'll make you pay for what you've done.
High endurance and strength. Gifts useful with a halberd. That could work for me, actually. Ooh, presents. Local product given to you by IO. It looks strange, but it also holds an aura of homesickness. It is said that the treasured objects carry a small amount of haze from their owners. It came with a note that reads, "It's supposed to be really popular. I hope you enjoy it. Tell me what you think." Alright. These still need to be mastered. Once they are, though, I think I'll see about switching over to Dark Knight. I think it could work for me. Switching this. I have a halberd, don't I? Like an actual halberd. Sunset halberd. Hey, how you doing, EID? There you go, the Queenslayer halberd. Yeah, I think that'll work. Blood damage. Yeah. Boost fire resistance. Kind of situational blood spike, maybe. That I would definitely like. Oh yeah, how's Monster Hunter going for you, buddy? That I could also get some use out of. But the other stuff, I don't know. Let's grab it just to finish off the blood code, I guess. Okay, so this is a dead end. Alright, let's go.
We can't let this situation continue.
Okay, so the Queenslayer halberd is actually stronger.
Mito is proper.
Plus, I think I can get some good use out of the swing style attacks, as opposed to the thrust of my spear. Well, that was nasty. And of course, the wide swing arcs do mean it's slower. That's something I get used to. Yeah, I've said before, like, I've never really gotten into Monster Hunter. The only Monster Hunter-like game I ever really got into was Freedom Wars on the Vita, which was actually developed by the same people who developed God Eater. If you ever played God Eater? I need to give God Eater a Resurrection a proper shot. Played a little bit of it and it seemed alright.
That's quite valuable. Let's use it well.
Alright, there it is. Yeah, I've just never really gone into the Monster Hunter stuff. And now, especially with me really working on pushing through my RPG backlog, a game as big as Monster Hunter is not really high on my priority list. Sometimes games are just too big for me.
We handled that pretty well.
Okay. Alright, there's your problem. The individual ice pieces of the barrage don't do a huge amount of damage, but if you can hit someone with all of it, then that is good damage. Alright. Let's go over there and say hello. Hello. Alright, that seems good.
Did you pick up something we can use?
Powerful spices.
What's that?
Alright, let's get this chest then. trouble. Okay. Let me take it out, goddamn. There we go. Uh-oh. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So we got a warped blade, it said. Two-handed sword with a blade like an extended tooth. Better than the spear. That's not bad. It's not bad. I like the design on it. That's not bad. And my halberd. Okay. So that door's locked and doesn't look like there's a whole lot we can do with it. Awesome, mastered gifts. Now I can switch the blood code. Wait until I have a safe moment for it though.
Dodge. At least we're compatible in a fight. This terrain doesn't favor us.
Biggest problem is the ceiling may have slimes.
I'm impressed. This terrain doesn't favor us.
Like that. That's not great. Poisoned. Poison is surprisingly brutal in this game.
Back with us?
Switch. I have to walk through all of that again. We died near different Missile tree. And this is where we are, yeah. Here. $26. We saw that quote last time.
Getting attacked here would be seriously bad. This terrain doesn't favor us.
This sword's got some good power to it. You know, like you'd hope for something this big and slow. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Pick up something we can use? Look above you. There are lost up there.
I'm liking this sword. Wouldn't be a bad idea to have a faster weapon in reserve. This isn't as fast as I'd like as an alternative. But it's not bad. Okay, I didn't go up. I haven't been over there. Alright, let's see what we can find then. That's a poison or corrupted, whatever, missile. It's a map point, basically, that isn't a save point. And a vestige. Ooh. Another vestige. I'm sorry, was this your spot? Oh, that worked out.
Well, Carmilla, certainly been a while. I thought you might have gone off and joined the Lost.
Wait, that's...
100% mapped out and we haven't found what we were looking for. Hmm. That creates a concern.
That's it. Don't fall. You've exceeded my expectations.
Thanks, Dig. How are you doing today? Okay, there's got to be somewhere on the map we haven't been to. It's really just that door that says it requires the dog tags. Yeah, it sounds like everybody's kind of like, today. I feel better by the time it's time for your stream. I do have some news though. I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League. You know, that's a thing. No stream till Thursday, that's fair enough then. Okay, that's up there.
Any enemies around here. We'll be soaked by the time we get through here.
Honestly, I liked it more than I expected to. It was definitely better than the theatrical version.
Let's use it well.
It has a problem with just ending. Yes, definitely agree with that. It's surprising that like the same ideas that gave us Batman v Superman gave us this Justice League. Gift from Coco, it is a personal favourite, rich with a variety of spices, said that it was made with care and distilled with a small amount of creator's haze. Came with a note that reads, I made this from a human patrons, there was some left over so you can have it, I hope it's fulfilling. Cool. Yeah. It has a problem just ending.
Shouldn't you take a break?
When it's basically done. And it still goes on for like another 20 minutes for some reason. Which was weird. Not going to spoil specifics about it. I've seen criticisms of the extended running time, and it's like 4 hours. But I think it makes good use of those 4 hours. We all criticize the idea of them going from Superman to Batman and Superman to full Justice League. It really was, yeah. Like we all made fun of them from going from Superman to Batman and Superman to full Justice League because it wasn't enough time to establish the new characters. The 4-hour runtime is that. It's time to establish the new characters, and they make really good use of that. Extended characterization for all the characters that didn't have good characterization to begin with. More characterization for the Flash, for Cyborg. Cyborg characterization is great. More time for Aquaman. It's good stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
I still have the relic of the throat, the first one I received, but Mito took all the others. I'll join you in the search when
there's a retcon of a character who appeared in the previous 2 movies.
I still have the relic.
Not gonna say specifics of what this is, in case anybody wants to watch it, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. A character who appeared in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman is retconned as a different character now, in disguise, and I like that. I like that that character was there. I will agree with some part of that. One thing I really liked from The Flash that wasn't in the Zack Snyder version was when they're about to confront Steppenwolf for the first time, and Flash is really nervous, and is like, I don't know if I can do this, and Batman says to him, like, get in there and save one person. And if you feel up to it, come back and get another. and just keep doing it as long as you feel you can. And I thought that was a great bit of Flash in a very short time growing. I thought it was really good, and that just isn't there. Flash is incredibly capable from the word go. We just get to see more of him as capable. But Flash is the plucky new guy. Was an idea I did kind of like. And it's especially weird because he still has elements of that. So it kind of clashes a little bit. Plucky new guy plus guy who is potentially the strongest of all of them. And it kind of clashes a little bit. I liked that it was longer. The longer runtime, I think, was well used.
Keep our eyes open, all right?
I don't think all of it was necessary. Yeah. Which also leads to a problem that the first season of The Flash had. First season of the Flash TV show had. Where the Flash demonstrates capabilities that he shouldn't be capable of at the start of his career, and is going to make it hard to write legitimate issues for him later on.
Above us, huh? There's more over us. Are we done?
One of the things they've been showing off a bunch in the pre-release promotional stuff is that Superman has the black suit. The black suit with the silver S. Which is fine.
Wait, that's...
Yeah. It's fine. Except the movie ends with the implication that Superman is going to keep wearing the black suit. Which feels like the culmination of an issue that was there from Man of Steel. Like, Man of Steel had the same issue of Superman isn't as colourful as he should be. Like, back in Man of Steel, it's like, yeah, no, Superman, red and blue. Except it was so incredibly muted. The colours were so incredibly muted. And now they've just ripped all that out, and now he's just black and silver. And I don't know how fond I am of it. I'd be interested to see a sequel to this Justice League. I think that's one of the main things it has over the theatrical cut. The theatrical cut, when it ended, it was like, cool. This is, I guess, the death of the DC Extended Universe. This is like, no, I'd be interested in seeing a sequel of this. See where it goes.
Gotten used to exploring with me?
Yeah. I don't know, I mean... Part of it is just that I'm more into DC than Marvel. So I want DC to have the big extended movie universe that Marvel got, where we can see some really cool stuff. And like maybe they'll pull out some weird ideas that somehow become really popular. against all odds. Of course, the comparison with that for Marvel is like, Marvel somehow made the Guardians of the Galaxy into one of their biggest names. And it was impressive, and it was well deserved, because Guardians of the Galaxy was great. And I'd love to see DC do something like that with a weird group of their own. Like maybe a Doom Patrol movie that'd be worth watching. Or, I don't know, something with Vixen, or Animal Man. Or a decent Jonah Hex movie, I don't know.
Very clean execution.
It really is a shame, as somebody who's just more into the DC characters, it's a shame DC can't narrow anything. Yeah, the Doom Patrol TV show, which I haven't watched. I've seen bits of it, and it looks pretty good, and I'm glad Brendan Fraser's doing something. But like, you get what I mean when I say like a weird idea. Like, just take a really out there idea of DC and let's make something of it. Like, imagine if DC turned around and pulled out a Justice Society movie next instead of another Justice League. That'd be kind of neat. And the Justice Society animated movie doesn't count. They're having to give us that through the lens of modern Flash, so...
Checking your equipment? I'll keep watch then.
Shazam is a good example, yeah. You do have a point with that. Oh yeah, I wanted to switch blood codes. It makes me think back to when DC was weirdly super confident about the idea of their movies being successful. And we ended up with them announcing, like, a Batgirl movie, which was a weird idea to announce. But it's like, you know, I'd be down for that, if you can pull it off right. Probably can't, but, you know, I'd be down for it. But yeah, I don't know, if you want to sit down for 4 hours, or maybe break it up into pieces, I think it's probably worth watching. You see, I didn't know I wanted that take, and now you've intrigued me. And God knows I don't think Guy Gardner could carry a movie on his own. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. I like it. The Snyder Cut having references to Green Lanterns was nice. An interesting thought with that, Teak. Especially because, like... Honestly, because I don't remember that. I guess they make it more apparent in the Snyder Cut by actually mentioning lanterns several times. And then that one scene we were talking about where the movie should have ended and not had this one bit in it, there's also a lantern in there. Or was that before? That might have been one of the before parts. Yeah, the Green Lantern movie. Just had more. That's fair enough. I've only watched Justice League once. I had no interest in going back and watching it again. But yeah, the Green Lantern movie. It's one of those few movies I've sat down and looked at and thought, you know, I could have done better. I could have written a better movie and I could have directed a better movie. And I say this as somebody who isn't overly into Green Lantern outside of his role in the Justice League.
Exceeded my expectations.
Of course, my Green Lantern movie would begin with the idea of, no, we're not having Hal Jordan, for fuck's sake, DC, stop pushing him out, he's an awful character. And we would have had either Jon Stewart or Kyle Rayner.
Looks like we've got some trouble. We're in enemy territory. Watch the shadows.
Okay, watch out for that. Yeah, that's not the one I was after.
Did you pick up something we can use?
Didn't want Blood Spike, I wanted Lightning Spike. Yeah. I feel like Ryan Reynolds would have worked better as Kyle Rayner anyway. If Idris Elba wasn't in the Suicide Squad, I would have considered an idea of... So the problem is they're trying to move into the idea of a sequel. Which the Green Lantern movie did by having Sinestro as a good guy and then teasing him becoming a bad guy. Yeah, like... possible idea of, like, if Idris Elba... There we go. If Idris Elba wasn't in the Suicide Squad movie, have Idris Elba as Hal Jordan inducting Kyle Rayner. And then, like, if you have, like, keep the... You don't have the main character of the movie as the first human Green Lantern. You establish that there are others. Have Jon Stewart mentor Kyle Rayner. And then you can also have Guy Gardner in there as well. And I think that would be nice. Maybe an Alan Scott reference at some point. Ugh.
Sorry, I'm on my way.
I am really tired of DC pushing the originals of of characters who became legacy characters. Like, always pushing Hal Jordan over anyone else who ever had the ring. Or always pushing Barry Allen over Wally West when Wally West was the better character. It's the point where they've taken character traits that Wally West had and put them on Barry Allen to make him more appealing. And it's just left Wally West as a flatter character now. And it's disappointing.
Wanna head up?
Yeah, like I'd say like watch Zack Snyder's Justice League if you're willing to sit down and throw 4 hours into it. Maybe not all at once.
The entire city is wreathed in fire.
Like, maybe split it up into parts. Maybe it should have been a mini-series rather than a 4-hour movie. That said, one thing that was really nice about it was the idea of a DC live-action production of that kind of length that wasn't one of their TV shows. Which was really nice. It meant there was no soap opera, drama, no really crappy special effects as they desperately tried to work off a tiny budget split between 5 shows. Oh, hello. It was good stuff. It is a shame that we're probably never going to get to see that Deathstroke again. That Deathstroke was supposed to be going into the Batman movie that Ben Affleck would be writing, directing, and starring in. And that's not happening now. That's now Matt Reeves, the Batman, starring Robert Pattinson.
That's quite valuable.
I think the problem with Deathstroke these days especially is he's overdone. Deathstroke has been in so much over the last 10 years or so as a major character. You had, like, Batman Arkham Origins pushed him pretty hard, Arrow pushed him pretty hard, Titans pushed him pretty hard. There was the Son of Batman movie, which had Deathstroke as the main villain, then the Judas Contract movie brought him back as a main villain, and thankfully did him better than Son of Batman did.
Sea of fire. Be a battle of attrition.
But I think the concept of Deathstroke is less about Deathstroke himself, more about someone who can take on Batman on a physical level. If you get what I mean. It's like, it doesn't even have to be Deathstroke for the concept to work. Replace Deathstroke with Lady Shiva.
Can get a good look from above.
Just somebody who can fight in a way that can match Batman would be a good idea without making Batman look like a fool.
You choose the way.
Outmatched, maybe not, but like equal, maybe? I don't know. feel like it ties into the whole thing of Deathstroke being overdone. Shit. Because when you do a character that often, you also have to have them lose that often. Which lowers the appeal of them as a serious threat. That might be a bit unfair. I don't know. I would like to see a Lady Shiva thing, though. Yeah, but Arrow also turned Ra's al Ghul into a Green Arrow villain. It got to a point where they realised, oh, what's that? Nobody actually recognises any Green Arrow villains? Oh shit, what are we gonna do? The CW shows have had issues with the main villains of seasons anyway for most of the shows. Shit. Like how they don't have any idea how to write a main villain for the Flash that isn't a speedster. Good question. Yeah, it's like how the CW's Flash has all these villains that they could write something for. They've got Captain Cold, who Wentworth Miller as Captain Cold is really entertaining. And they've had to push him in interesting ways to make him credible as any kind of threat, and then they just throw him into Legends of Tomorrow. Because they couldn't figure out how to make him work as a threat for the Flash. The weird thing is they never pushed Gorilla Grodd as a main villain for Flash. He just turns up every now and then. They just keep making the main villains of each season of the Flash speedsters. And it gets kind of tiresome.
Like this is gonna be a walk in the park.
Yeah, I think like the CW shows just don't know what to do for main villains. Morally dubious rival. I think that's how they ended up going with him. As like I say, Wentworth Miller was really entertaining as him. I think that's why they just ended up throwing him into Legends of Tomorrow, because he was too good to just have around for an occasional episode. But they also didn't want to devote a full season of The Flash to him.
Well done. Glad you're with me.
Mm. But the problem with CW's Flash anyway has always been the power level. They established him as too powerful in the first season. It's like, oh no, Barry, you've got to build up your speed. You're not fast enough. And then he runs fast enough to travel through time in the first season. And at that point, regular people shouldn't be a threat anymore. Yeah, that's one of the things I do really like about the Flash villains. The rogues are more like rival was a good way of putting it. God, like what's that? There's the particular scene from one of the comics where the rogues just straight up admit it's basically a game. We don't push too hard, and he isn't going to hit us back as hard as he can. Because let's be fair, when you're going up with a guy against a guy who can run across the room and punch you faster than you can think, there's not much you can really do against that. And I like that. That was nice. I think Captain Cold's the one who said that. Oh yeah. Flash was one of the best characters in Justice League, in the Justice League cartoon.
That was well hidden. Now we can get down easily.
But yeah, no, the interaction with the trickster, the compassion, the empathy. It's the kind of thing Batman lost over the years. I don't care what DC's doing with it anymore. They've ruined it too many times. Yeah. Yeah, like the compassion, the empathy, the care and concern for the people he's fighting, knowing that they have mental problems that compel him to do these kinds of things. It's the kind of thing Batman lost over the run of the entire DC animated universe. And it only occasionally showed up again towards the later bits. Like, people love to pull out the flashback from the Season 1 finale of Justice League Unlimited, where Batman just talks to Ace and doesn't kill her, and just, you know, against what Amanda Waller said. Yeah, Riddler shouldn't be a murderer. I don't like that. It feels like they've just been pushing him to be darker and edgier. Riddler should be a cheat and a sore loser who plays games. They did a similar thing with Calendar Man, like the long Halloween. The long Halloween is coming out, the adaptation. You posted the trailer on your Discord, Teak. One of the interesting points about that, and I hope the adaptation keeps this, the difference between Calendar Man and Holiday is that Calendar Man didn't kill. He committed crimes on holidays he never killed. I feel like Ice Barrage is actually going to be pretty useful here. A Riddler that kills is also an idiot.
You should watch for ambushes from the flames.
It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna leave clues towards the next person I'm gonna murder. Okay, you're an idiot then. Oh no, I'm gonna leave clues as to the next bank I'm gonna rob. Okay, it's a game. Okay. One makes more sense than the other. One is fun, the other is stupid. Yeah, I never liked how Batman became colder as DC Animated Universe went on.
You can get a good look from above. Let's check our route. I won't take long.
Got to have been a proper reasoning for it. I don't know. I'd blame him for a lot of stuff nowadays, definitely.
That's quite valuable.
Bruce Timm's name on things used to be a case of, oh, they're bringing back the animated series stuff. Bruce Timm's name on stuff now is like, oh, great. How far is he going to push the R rating that he's allowed to get now? I should have been way more into Justice League versus the Fatal Five than I was. And I'll admit, I was more into it than I was Batman versus Harley... not Batman versus... Batman and Harley Quinn. Like, at the end of the day, they were both just... They're both just trying too hard to be mature. You know, in a way that completely wasn't mature. I didn't find it fun at the time, but if I went back and rewatched it, I'm thinking of bits of it that I could probably find fun.
Your heart's okay.
I mean, maybe my complaint at the time was that they were kind of wasting Lauren Lester's return. It's like, hey, we've got Kevin Conroy back again. Oh, great. That doesn't really mean anything. He's been back for so much over the years that it's just like, oh yeah, no, Kevin Conroy, cool. Lauren Lester coming back as Nightwing? Awesome. That hasn't been done to death. Yes, that was, I think 2 deaths, actually, that haven't been counted, Chanson. And I wasn't overly fond of how they basically wasted Nightwing. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. Thank you, Chanson. And like I say, there are bits I could definitely imagine enjoying otherwise. I think Melissa Roach wasn't a great Harley Quinn. No, it's understandable, Chanson. I should have been more on the ball myself.
Sorry. I'm on my way.
The Floronic Man. It does have a long history of wasting Nightwing. But then again, DC has a long history of wasting Nightwing.
We won't make any more mistakes.
Sneaky bastard. That was one of the things that bothered me about the animated movie universe. Every time Nightwing came up, they just wasted him. And made him look weak. The one exception to that was Batman Bad Blood, where they let Nightwing, they let Dick Grayson take on the Batman mantle. In kind of but not really an adaptation of Batman R.I.P. and then the Battle for the Cowl stuff, yada yada. And I liked it. It let Nightwing do stuff. And then they didn't got to the end of the movie and they didn't let him do that again.
Below us, huh?
No, not Nightfall. Did I say Nightfall? I didn't think I said Nightfall. Batman R.I.P. and Battle for the Cowl. I definitely said those two. I don't like this area. Oh hell, can't see anything. They didn't adapt it directly, but letting Nightwing wear the cowl, the storylines themselves, like just the events that led to Nightwing being Batman for a while. I liked it. It let Dick have a little more to do. Like I say, the DC animated movie universe spent a lot of time just wasting Nightwing as a character and as like wasting his credibility. No. God, can you imagine how they'd adapt Nightfall? The trade paperback for Nightfall is a fucking nightmare. It's like Nightfall, Night something, Night Send. Split into the 3 parts, except they never tell you how Bruce got the use of his legs back. Which you think would be a big enough point to maybe include in the fucking collection. Oh, what's that, Batman? Your back isn't broken anymore? How did that happen? You know, I'll be honest, I'd expect them to screw it up in some way or have to change a good amount of it to make it work. But I am always down for that version of Bane. That was one of my favourite things about Arkham Origins, that they had Smart Bane. I love Smart Bane. He's used way too infrequently. Probably have to make that a 2-parter. You have to try and figure out how to explain Jean-Paul Valley as well. Like, that's a can of worms. You know, I can agree with that. Partly because the original Hush story was needlessly complicated. Taking out Clayface, disguising himself as Jason Todd was a good idea. Having the Riddler be the true villain all along was a good idea. Death and Return of Superman was better for many reasons. One of those reasons definitely being the A-list Justice League against Doomsday. That was great. Because if you think back to the death of Superman in the comics, it's like, oh yeah, no, who can possibly stop this monster? Well, the only A-lister we have, apparently, is just Superman. Maybe Wonder Woman could have put up a fight? Maybe the Martian Manhunter could have put up a fight? You know, maybe if we had some of the big heavies, they could have put up a fight. But all they had was Superman. And the Death and Return of Superman adaptation, having the big heavies, there was definitely a good thing. It really helped make Doomsday more credible as a threat. And was also just more entertaining. And I feel like the less said about that time when Lex Luthor was pretending to be his own illegitimate son, the less said about that, the better. The fight was really good. Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, oh no, I'm Lex Luthor. I wear a kryptonite ring so I can be completely untouchable to the Man of Steel. It's fine. Kryptonite doesn't actually hurt humans. Oh wait, it turns out wearing this kryptonite ring for years has given me cancer. and now I'm dead. Oh, and here's my illegitimate son, Alexander Luthor, who looks exactly like me but with hair. Oh wait, no, I was my illegitimate son in disguise. Plus, you know, not having to explain Matrix is a good idea. I've not got my headset set up at the minute, Teak, unfortunately. And I'm not going to be going for a huge amount longer, I'm afraid. No, this is comic books, T. This is comic books, Jansen. Like, you know what? At some point, Teak, we need to sit down and decide if we're going to do a podcast on comic book bullshit. Like, we need to actually work that shit out, because there is so much. Like, every week or so, we just pull out, like, hey, check out this comic book bullshit. Like, hey, Jean Grey. Like, let's narrow Jean Grey down to her first death and her first return. But we have to include Madeline Pryor.
Sorry, I'm on my way.
What am I doing? No, you see, I'm not even complaining about the Jean Grey dying and resurrection thing. I'm complaining about the whole Madeline Pryor thing in between Jean Grey's first death and her first resurrection. Honestly, Jean Grey's whole death and resurrection thing is a different story. I'm sorry about how they fucked over Madeline Pryor. And how all of that was so fucking dumb. And how Madeline Pryor turned out to be kind of a clone made by Mr. Sinister. Because Mr. Sinister has been so into the idea of making Jean Grey and Scott Summers have a kid who will be theoretically the perfect mutant. And that's Mr. Sinister's whole motivation for like 50 years. And so after Scott Summers finally got over Jean Grey's first death and met Madeline Pryor, who suspiciously looked a lot like Jean Grey, and then it turned out she was kind of a Jean Grey clone that Mr. Sinister had made. Here we go, this is progress. At this point, if you want to talk about Jean Grey dying and coming back too often, I feel like you just need to talk about how everybody dies and comes back too often. It's not an issue exclusive to Jean.
Would have missed that.
And then there's the Goblin Queen thing that came out of that. I think the amazing thing is, like, eventually Scott ended up getting together with Emma Frost during one of the times when Jean Grey was alive. Like, that's the craziest thing. Of all the times he could have gotten with Emma Frost, he did it while Jean was alive.
What a terrible place.
It is. I don't want to explore this place anymore. These damaged tiles are too fucking much.
It's just absurd.
It's him.
Even now, humanity plots into a new world of possibility.
Mito.
Was that a memory?
Got this?
Oh boy.
See the Queen? It's just absurd, Gregorio. Even you must realize that no progress can be made without sacrifice.
This is different.
Sir, the vessel has been prepared. This relic is a seed that will sprout our future. Even now, humanity buds into a new world of possibility.
Relic transfer to subject Infinity Suit has begun. Compatibility remains stable.
Splendid. I can see why she volunteered. Blossom into a beautiful flower. The crypt is complete. Now, it's the flower. Come now. We have all the time in the world.
You know, I feel like we'd lose nothing if we made all the memories like that instead of just having me walk through empty areas.
It was you. Emily.
Do you though, Teak?
Let's head to the crypt.
Why do we walk on this area just fine?
Is that your way of calling for help?
In cutscene.
Hold on.
We won't get through that unscathed. Let's brace ourselves.
Yeah, cutscene bullshit. I'm not gonna make it across there without dying. Watch. See, now this guy's gonna kill me. See?
Right on top.
Uh-oh. Well, that's death. Okay. Where was that? Thanks, Jansen. I hate damage tiles. Chansum, maybe bear that in mind and prepare for complaints when we do Nocturne. There will be complaints. I hate damage tiles. I hate mandatory damage. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The comic books are so fucking dumb, and people will always point to stuff like the
I won't take long.
the Silver Age. Like, yeah, no, the Silver Age is ridiculous. Like, yes, it is, but also, have you read modern comics? Oh, fuck you. Really, I'm surprised that you never finished it. Your reasoning is very understandable, but I'm surprised you never pushed through and finished it. The true demon ending that you have asked for, though, worth bearing in mind, there is only one special requirement for that. It's a yes or a no with the true demon ending. You either meet the requirements or you don't. There's nothing about law, chaos, neutral, siding with a particular person, ignoring all the people. To hit the true demon ending, you defeat all of the fiends and complete the Labyrinth of Amala before you do the final dungeon. If you do that, you go straight to the true demon ending. If you don't get the true demon ending. I also used to be that, and then I mellowed out. Like you noted yesterday with the Alundra stream, the classic Mecha Monday Alundra stream. It's like, yeah, no, I don't really swear that often. It's like, I didn't back then. I used to be a lot more chill with the streams. And then there was a point during last year where I just got angrier.
Up something we can use?
I hope you get the opportunity to. Nocturne is a fantastic game worth going through.
I think we can go up here.
Is there a shortcut I can set up? I am probably going to get sick of Nocturne shit at some point though. Would you get out of the fire? I remember when I had the intention after Nocturne HD was announced last year, I had the intention of going through all the PS2 SMT games. And like we did both Digital Devil Saga games, and I've just not even started the Rido games. So according to the map, I've been down there. I've heard the Rido games are actually considerably shorter. But then again, I heard Digital Devil Saga was supposed to be like, yeah, no, because it's split into 2 games. Those 2 games together make up the length of like the standard RPG. And it was like, yeah, no, at the end of the playthrough of both, that was like 120 hours. Okay, there's a missile tree there. Okay, I just need to go this way, that's fine. Yeah, that was what I'd always heard about it. Like together they make the length of a standard RPG. It's like I feel like we have different ideas of what a standard RPG length is. Louis, don't push me while I'm at the missile. What did I just say? Even Kingdom Hearts isn't overly consistent with that. Like Kingdom Hearts 1, standard playthrough 25-30 hours. Kingdom Hearts 2, 60. Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably too long. Okay. Replace this. It said I got fireproof tonics. It does, it really does. Those second trips are unnecessary.
Need to watch my back with you around. Pick up something we can use?
I don't think I've ever heard of it, Teak. Gunner Creek Court.
Sorry.
You know, at some point I keep meaning to get around to reading Spider-Man 2099. I've got the entire run of Spider-Man 2099 there and I've just not read it. Oh, cool. You know what? Give me a minute. I have a webcomic reader on my phone. If you give me a minute to get this guy dead. There we go. Let me see. Gunner Creek Court. Page flip. There it is. Let me see if they've got it here. Yes, they do. There we go, Teak. It has been added to the list of webcomics that are on the webcomic app I have. It doesn't have 8-bit theatre, though. Which is a shame, because I could be down for rereading 8-bit theatre at some point. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I hope that ladder leads me to something I want.
Hold on. I'm on my way.
Yeah. If you've never read 8-bit theatre, it's worth reading 8-bit theatre. I imagine Teak's probably read 8-bit theatre. Yeah, if you've never read 8-bit theatre, it's worth reading. It's a fun webcomic about Final Fantasy. Of course, Teak's read 8-bit theatre. Yeah, I'm mostly saying this for Chanson. Like if you've never read 8-bit theater, 8-bit theater is definitely worth reading. It's a lot of fun. Damn flame walls. I remember reading 8-bit theater when it was coming out. Then they had that hiatus, like the webcomic basically ended. But it didn't actually have a proper ending. It was away for like maybe a month or two. And then it came back with a full final ending, which was this long page of original artwork. Like completely drawn. It was really nice. Because 8-bit theater was a pixel, it was a sprite comic. Except for the last page, which was a super long original art piece.
Something we can use?
It was really cool.
I'm not sure if my heart can take much more of this. No harm in being prepared. Not great in tight quarters.
I'm sick of these firewalls.
Such a real gem. Don't run too far ahead.
Yeah. I don't read a huge amount of webcomics anymore. Used to read PvP, that was a fun one. But over time, that became less focused on video game comedy and its characters actually gaining characters and personality growth and growing. It is. But, you know, there's still plenty of them. Yeah, PvP became less about making fun of video games and more about its characters. Which wasn't a bad thing. But eventually it was just like, it built up so many years of stuff that you had to remember at certain points. At this point, I pretty much only read Penny Arcade because it's a force of habit. Every now and then it has something that's actually funny, a lot of the time it doesn't. There was Captain SNES, the Game Master. I have no idea what Mega Tokyo is. But yeah, Captain SNES, the Game Master, which was mildly comedic, but primarily dramatic, which was kind of crazy. Basically worked itself as a sequel idea to Captain N. Was really interesting. But the big reason I stopped reading that was the update schedule was so inconsistent. Damn it. Yeah, the update schedule for that got so inconsistent. Which is a shame, because it was quite enjoyable. It's actually where I first heard of Lufia. So, the idea was like various different Super Nintendo worlds, primarily RPG worlds, but the main character who you'd guess would be like an author surrogate, a self-insert kind of thing, which was always the point. Like, you know, the game master, person from the real world is transported into the game world, yeah. But this guy also had like a big fear of the Sinistrals from Lufia 2. And so it's where I first learned of Lufia, which is a game I've still not played. Who can make an actual manga? Oh god. Remember the days when people would argue over what actually constituted a manga?
Much obliged.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm sick of these walls.
Bring it, Eddie.
Hmm. So it's kind of crazy when something like that gets big enough to be like a legitimate thing, I guess, in like, if you understand what I mean by legitimate. You know, kind of like how Red vs. Blue started off as a few people making funny videos in Halo. And then eventually became this thing that was properly recognised by Bungie. Hey, Clem. You know, and then Rooster Teeth really became its own huge thing, and then there was RWBY. I think it's called. I think it's actually supposed to be pronounced Ruby, but I don't know because I don't watch it. And like Rooster Teeth, and its own whole big thing that all started with Red vs. Blue. That's an interesting consideration, because localizers, I feel, do that kind of thing not all the time, but often enough. Yeah. It's like how Dragon Ball Z Kai, when they got to the Buu Saga, Funimation snuck Team 4-Star into it. Because Funimation, I know Chris Sabat's like a big fan of Team 4-Star. But like Toei hates Team 4-Star, and I think outright barred. Rules off like the same, yeah. I think like the outright barred Funimation from working with Team 4-Star, possibly on the threat of like taking away a bunch of the licenses they have. But these Funimation snuck Team 4-Star in. During the Buu Saga, when the movie is on TV that showcases how Hercule won the Cell games, and the actors who are playing the Z Fighters are voiced by Team 4-Star, which is kind of cool. And of course, stuff like Dragon Ball Xenoverse has Takahata 101 doing his Nappa voice as one of the creator character voices.
strikes well.
Sorry. Teamwork is sloppy.
Is it? Oh, that's pretty cool. Or was that yesterday? I know I saw something about Akira Toriyama recently.
Let's open it up.
It was either today or yesterday. I imagine Akira Toriyama probably wouldn't care that Team 4 Star have made fun of Dragon Ball Z. Especially since it was a comedy manga anyway. I imagine he's the kind of guy who can laugh at his own work. Oh, finally a missile.
We're not far. Hang in there.
Yeah, Toei hates Team 4 Star. I think to the point where one of the reasons Team 4 Star gave for why they were ending DBZ after the Cell games, like, it wasn't the biggest reason, but one of the reasons was the concern over just, like, dealing with Toei.
Something.
Especially since they'd turned the whole thing into a livelihood kind of thing. And if Toei hit them with big copyright strikes that they couldn't fight, then that could seriously affect their livelihood. Yeah, doujins, the whole situation with doujins in Japan is really interesting. Since it is basically fan creations, fan works, fan art stuff, like, actually sold a lot of the time, I think. It's kind of interesting how that works out. And I know a lot of mangakas are actually really supportive of the ideas. The guy who made Nejima Sensei, Aho Nejima Sensei, probably has a different English name and I do not know what it is, actually quit writing it because the publisher wanted to come down really hard on doujin writers. Doujin creators. So he quit it. He quit the series because of that. Crazy. Ken Akasun. Fair enough. It's like how Detective Conan is called Case Closed in the West, and I will never end up calling it Case Closed because I know it's Detective Conan. I've never read Love Hina. Oh, the writer. I thought we were talking about the thing. The manga. Yeah. Yeah, he straight up quit Nejima over that. Eventually the publisher did be like, yeah, no, I was like, okay, fine, we won't do that. We understand it's a dick move. Please come back. And eventually he did and continued Nejima.
Something we can use?
Oh great, I've got to go past this guy again.
Kick ass.
Yeah, it was cool stuff. I mean, ultimately, he had, like, all the power in that. It's kind of crazy to imagine, like, a single creator in a position of that much power over the publisher. But, you know, he had that power, and he used that power to stand for his convictions, which was great. It's really cool. Apparently, he started out as a doujin artist, or doujin creator. And I know it's not an uncommon story of people who made doujins getting to create their own mangas, and then those mangas being very successful. I've not finished it, honestly. I'm behind. Oh, hello.
Just hold on, Emily.
I've been waiting for you. Please, spin a thread of memory for me.
Awesome, I found all of it. Yeah, I know it's not an uncommon thing. Alright, so we're gonna take out this boss, and then we'll call it.
What the hell is this thing? Nothing we do even phases it. It looks like they've got us surrounded. We need to open an exit.
I'll create a distraction. I want both of you to use it to escape.
Destroying their footing should slow them down. Can you do that, Emily?
You bet. Just say when.
You saved our hides this time, Emily. Well, some sharp thinking.
It's because I'm always watching you.
Yeah, I feel like doing what they did in the cutscene style with
You're watching me?
Mido's last memory, rather than having me just do this, would make a lot more sense. That's right, Clem.
I like your attitude. Looks like we don't have time to sit around and chat. Damn, out of ammo. I'm gonna buy you some time, so run while you can.
Don't be ridiculous. We aren't going to leave you behind.
It's either that or all of us are lunch. I want at least you two to get out of here.
Yeah, I don't get what's gained by having me walk through this rather than having it as a cutscene. A little over dramatic on the melancholy, maybe, but it's not a bad piece. Oh, the black and red is just the blood veil. My actual design is white and red. Well, that's the thing. Like, we had the Mido vestige that we found a little while back, and it was just a cutscene. It wasn't even animated. It was just still frames. And they moved the camera around a bunch. It's like, why not do that for all of them?
I've been waiting. Please, spin a thread of memory for me.
Ah, okay. I've picked up a bunch of vestiges that might work. Not vestiges, blood veils that might work recently, but none of them work with the blood code I've got. Which is really crazy, so I can't switch out the one I've got.
Oh, good. You're finally awake, Emily.
What happened? We were surrounded by those monsters, and then...
That bastard Mito told me when I woke up. Apparently, he brought us back to life as revenants. And we aren't the only ones. He's done the same thing to Yakumo and the others, too. He's waiting for everyone to wake up. I don't know much else, though.
Only two of you woke up? Well, I guess it will have to do. It's time to put you to work.
Are you kidding me? Why would we ever listen to you again?
Because obedience is your only option. Unless you want me to dispose of your sleeping friends, that is.
You son of a...
Your task is simple. Defend me from the frenzied queen, laying down your very life should it prove necessary. I expect you to serve me diligently in this purpose.
I fought the lost and died again and again, just as Mito ordered. And each time, I felt something important slip away. The only thing I had to look forward to was the day when Yakumo would finally wake up.
Okay.
Excellent! Your efforts have provided me with a fine sample. The Queen will fall, and humanity's next evolution will blossom. I expect nothing but continued success from you.
Alright. Guess it's time to take on Emily. It's a shame Emily isn't here for us to see us kill her. I don't see anything in there. Which is weird, because I could see... Uh-oh. I could see Nicola. But if she was up there, that makes sense. Oh, she's a cat girl. Okay. No, I mean Emily May, you know, in the chat.
It's just like what happened with Nicola.
Emily! Don't be reckless. We have to... You're kidding, right?
Twin sail cat.
We were all alone, Emily. must have been so hard.
Alright.
But not anymore.
She's gonna be fast. This could be a problem.
I'll bring your suffering to an end. Just hold on. A little while longer.
That's not how you hold a halberd.
Sorry, no longer help you repair.
Claw.
Here I go.
Okay, she doesn't like me. Okay, she really doesn't like me. Yakumo. Yakumo, your friend doesn't like me.
Bring it anytime.
Ouch. Okay, they ricochet. Oh, great.
How's this? Bring it anytime. Bring it anytime.
She has a sword. I think she has two swords. And shuriken. I should have brought my ice power. Or rather, my ice buff.
Stay focused. No harm.
Ow.
Get ready. Well, now this. Bring
Yeah,
it
no, I'm good.
anytime.
Hey.
Please, make it quick.
And tell me how to do my job,
I owe
Yakumo.
you big time for this.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm quite proud that I didn't die during that. That might be the first boss that hasn't killed me since the first boss. No, we killed the fish lady as well in one go. That was nice. Okay.
What are you doing there, child? Those pitiful creatures have fallen in their attempt to climb.
No, they're still asleep. That's all. They'll wake up before long.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury to coddle late bloomers. However, their failure will fuel your success, for they will serve as offerings to your ascension.
Wait. Whatever you want to do, just do it to me.
Oh, an intriguing offer.
Keep your
Yeah, the one that we met Mia with.
Don't worry, Yakumo. I'll keep everyone safe. I promise. So, next time we meet, you can pay me back a bunch of onigiri. Here, you guys.
So at some point, Mido changed. Physically changed.
Yes, just as I thought. A tempered will has the power to resist the relic's corruption. Soon,
He wasn't always
humanity
this.
will rise to a higher plane of existence, knowing all, transcending all, and eventually consuming all. Just you wait, Gregorio. In the end, I will come for you.
Yeah, I'm glad I managed to get it out first time. The first boss, I feel like I got mostly lucky with. Louis was carrying me through the whole fight, though. Unless you mean the butterfly. That was the second boss. Alright. Yeah, the first boss was Oliver. Which, like, I got through mostly because Louis carried me through most of it. Yeah, the butterfly.
No way, it really is.
When you saw how I dealt with the butterfly.
Better too. That's so wonderful.
Sorry it took me so long to get here, but well.
Don't worry. It was my decision after all.
Really, you think so?
To keep you all safe.
I'm really not making use of guard.
Come on, Yakumo. We like you because you're always pushing forward and not dwelling on the past. We all looked up to you growing up. So pull yourself together already.
Sorry.
What did I just say?
You're still as fierce as ever, aren't you?
I really am glad, though. I didn't think I would ever see you again. Thank you, Yakumo. I guess stomachs don't know any better.
Sheesh. Here, take this.
You're onigiri! I've been waiting for this.
I think you mean jelly donut.
So good. That was wonderful.
Are you sure you don't want more? You always wanted more.
I'm satisfied. Because, you know...
Hey, wait.
So, Yakumo... There's something I'd like you to do for me. Do you remember how you used to hold me when I was little? Could you...
Wish I had a beret. Is there an option to have a beret? Hey, it might be, if that's the case.
Perfect.
Probably shouldn't let her wrap her arms around you since she's turned into stone.
Thank you.
Emily.
Yakumo, you know... I've always... Yakumo, I've always...
I feel like she did that on purpose. Oh no, I mean the whole thing of waiting until her face was about to turn to stone so she couldn't actually speak anymore, to say, Yakumo, I've always... So can I just leave her? Oh, that's weird. I don't have any option to do anything with her. That is weird, because I had the option to do something with the others. What's the difference between the two? I don't know what that is. Make a good ornament. We'll put her in the garden. And you see, I'm not up to date with anime at all.
Emily. You okay? Yeah. If I slow down now, she'll give me a real earful.
What's the difference? Why couldn't I do anything with her when she turned to stone?
You've got me in your pocket now. You're already carrying a lot on your shoulders. Let me help take some of the load, okay?
Well, if you want to put me on your back while you walk through those fire tiles, then I'm okay with that.
Well,
so I don't have to walk through them.
Come on, let's get going.
Yakumo.
Just you wait. I swear I'll make that bastard pay for what he's done.
Revenants. Roll out. So she's Ash now? Unlike the others? Was there a way to avoid that? If I hadn't freed the others from stone before leaving, would they have turned to ash?
That was such a moving scene.
Fuck off, Catman.
In fact, I almost found myself laughing.
You, Mito.
Interesting. I don't see little Jack anywhere. Dealing with the successors was supposed to be his job.
Saves us a search anyway. Your ass, pal!
Oh, you've got a pet. 2 pets. Oh, 3 pets? 3 pets.
Impressed. My guinea pigs have been gifted with the power of the relics. I must say, I'm grateful to the children, Yakumo. They were excellent test subjects.
Damn you!
That's good work, Jack.
It's no good.
Jack, my boy, you're late. How can you be slacking off when you've got such an important job?
Hit the road, Jack.
I'm here to take back all of the relics.
Your time is done.
Oh, and do what with them exactly? After all, your vessel is broken.
What are you talking about?
Oh my, you didn't notice? I gave your precious Eva a little present.
That's not going to be good, is it?
You're under the impression that you allowed her to escape. That is incorrect. I allowed her to escape.
That's...
I installed a prototype in that lovely throat of hers.
But then, that means she was already...
Damn you!
I imagine that she'll frenzy before long, and a frenzied relic will be compelled to seek Gregorio. Do you suppose she's already wandering the snow-capped mountains?
Mito! I'll destroy
You know, maybe if we all attacked at once.
Do go and see to the successors, won't you? As for
Gregorio
me,
III.
I must say farewell to a certain dotard.
Get back here, you coward! It can't be. Eva! I have to go find her.
Wandering the snow-capped mountains, perhaps. Queen's Claw. But seriously, was there a way to avoid Emily turning to ash? Clem, could I have avoided Emily turning to ash there? I thought I had all the vestiges.
Even now, I can still feel my successor somewhere nearby. I have to keep searching.
Restore the blood code. I didn't do the first one at base. God damn it. I'm gonna guess there's a better ending if you manage to save them all. Right. Well, this feels like a waste of time now.
You have returned as an attendant of the realm, but if their memory...
No, that's not your fault, Clem. I'm gonna blame the game. I'm gonna blame the game. The game not even bothering to explain it, I'm gonna blame. I'm gonna hate shit like that.
She couldn't have gotten far. Keep searching!
Should we really be doing this?
What else can we do? It's the only way we can get any blood beads. Okay, let's get out of here while we can. This is the last of the blood beads we worked so hard for. All of the blood springs around here have run dry. I couldn't get so much as a single bead from them. I'll need to do something soon.
I can't promise we'll be here when you get back, Clem. 'Cause I just wanted to fight that boss and then call it.
Come on, Nicola. Stop worrying about things like that, alright? As long as you're safe, I'm happy to take care of everything else.
Honestly, that has killed a lot of my motivation for this. Now I'm locked into a worse ending because the game didn't explain its rules.
I know it's a lot to ask, but could you spare some blood beads? We don't have much time left.
I can see that loss is starting to set in. You really think you can fight in that condition?
Well, I won't know unless I try, right?
Come with me.
Yeah.
A place where there are blood beads.
I would have pushed to explore more, like we did with the mountains, with the mountain. It's like, oh yeah, no, I want to get everything before I go into the fight, which apparently was a good idea. And I didn't do that with that area because it was an awful area.
Blood beads were difficult to come by, even in the best of circumstances. It was all we could do to survive. That was when we met Carmilla. We soon saw it wasn't us she was helping. She squeezed everything she could from us. In this world, you can never trust a stranger. That's what she taught me.
Alright.
You have returned.
This is my home. I'm the only one who lives here now, so make yourselves comfortable.
Thank you.
You can call me Carmilla. Oh, and just remember, you're going to be working for me from now on. With that in mind, you're skilled at separating others from their blood beads, correct?
You helped us even though you knew?
I helped you because it was practical for me. So long as I have you two around, I won't need to risk my own neck. Why else did you think I would bother taking you in?
Have you always lived alone, Carmilla?
The past really doesn't matter, does it? You've got bigger things to worry about, like the laundry.
I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
Did everyone run away from you for being so selfish?
Being nice doesn't do you any favors. When it comes down to it, everyone looks out for number one. You would do well to remember that.
in trouble. The Lost are swarming out there. Huh? Where's Carmilla?
I saw her leave a little while ago. She must have caught wind of them and took off.
We need to run, Nicola. Get the blood beads from storage. But those belong to Carmilla.
You remember what she said. Being nice doesn't do you any favors. Now hurry up, Nicola. And that was how it all began. From that moment onward, we lived our lives completely on our own, without any help from others. There was a part of me that wanted to trust Carmilla. She was cold and standoffish, but that didn't mean she was a bad person. I thought maybe she was just awkward with people. But I was wrong. In this world, you can only rely on your own strength. No one out there is going to save you. I learned that lesson all too well. That's why meeting you guys was such a big shock for me. You were willing to reach out to me, a complete stranger, like it was no big deal. Spending time with all of you made me realize something. It's true that being nice might not do you any favors in the end. But that's what you need to do if you want to live a fulfilling life.
Yeah, power of friendship, yada yada.
But when
Why does Lara have so many candles around her bed?
The reason that we lived the way we did before we met you was because of everything that happened back then with Carmilla. But you know, after she took off, I never did see her again. I wonder what ended up happening to her.
You have returned.
Alright, I think we have one more. Three more. Alright.
Allow me to take you to the successor. And so, with those words, I was taken to a facility. There I saw other attendants, lying in beds. All of
Oh, a
them
hint to the origins of the attendants?
It appears to be a laboratory of some kind. However, no matter how desperately I search, I cannot find my successor anywhere. Still, I can feel it. It feels like my successor is so close. A man named Mito, in the pursuit of his research, performed experiments on the other attendants and turned them all to ash.
What are the attendants?
I can still feel my successor somewhere nearby. I have to keep searching for them. It is hard.
Revenants themselves.
But I must.
Different?
I have a duty to ease the suffering of my successor. I must fulfill my duty.
You know what it is? I'd be less angry about this if there was a choice you made to not restore the successors. If you could leave their vestige and come back with the right materials to fix them.
Hoping only for the safety and well-being of their successor. I was the same way.
But making it a situation where you have nothing, no idea, and it's just pure luck, whether or not you will or not, I don't like.
But I wonder, is that really how it should be? You have returned.
So you go into it, and if you win the fight without having everything, and you don't know that you need everything, then that's it.
Everything that I had or held dear, all vanished instantly in the great
Yeah.
collapse.
I'm not going to do this game again.
I wandered aimlessly for days, searching for my family.
For the most part, I'm enjoying the game, but I feel like this is not a game I'm going to do again.
I was no longer human. Where are we?
This is our new home. There must be a reason for why we've returned as revenants. We've all lost.
Yeah, except New Game Plus means you have to go through the game again, and I don't want to do that.
For everyone who didn't make it.
Yeah, you're right. Sitting here and rotting away won't change anything. Let's do it. I had finally found a reason to live in this terrible new world. Or so I thought. One after another, my friends fell, joining the ranks of the lost and leaving me once again with nothing. After that, I didn't venture out anymore.
I honestly don't care.
And once our stock of blood beads was finally diminished, I thought it was as good a time as any for my story to come to
Oh no, another person who lost everybody and found a reason to live a little bit longer. Alright, Seek, thanks for joining us, buddy. You take care of yourself, and I'll catch you later. We're just going to finish off these last vestiges we have, and we're going to call it anyway. I wanted to call it like an hour ago. Yeah, you take care of yourself, Seek.
I had no idea what Carmilla went through. I figured she was like that because she was a revenant. I didn't even consider her own experiences, or how they may have shaped her. Maybe we could have come to understand each other, if we'd had the chance. Yeah. I would like to try to find her. I mean, assuming that she's still alive, that is. There may be more of her memories out there. If you happen to come across any, I'd appreciate it if you'd show them to me. I really do want to know more about Carmilla.
Alright. I think this is the last vestige now. Need to figure out where we're going next.
You have returned.
Oh god, there's another one. You just keep adding more.
Well, Carmilla, it's certainly been a while. I thought you might have gone off and joined the Lost.
I thought the same of you. I guess we're both resilient.
Did you find a boyfriend or something? You look livelier than usual.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm just babysitting for a while. Enough chit-chat. Hand over the goods.
Fine, fine. Here you are. That's everything. And I don't take refunds, all right?
That Coco. So that's what that no refunds business was about. She gave me a lot more than our original deal. That girl's getting too soft for her own good. Thanks.
The only clue we have of the next place to go is snowy mountains. Like, why would she go there, though?
Carmilla. Her tongue was sharp, but she was nice deep down. I haven't seen her since then. I hope she's still out there being her same old resilient self. Well, I guess none of my memories are floating around out there, huh? I had a son. I was hoping you'd find memories related to him. Well, anyway, it was a long time ago, and the story's really not all that interesting. But if you do find something, please let me know.
Okay, now one more.
You have returned.
Mia and Nicola. When those two crossed my path, I finally understood the reason why I had been reborn. It was destiny that brought us together. I would guide those two young souls into the future. It was my mission. I believed that. There was something about them that reminded me of my own children, the ones I'd lost in the Great Collapse. I took all of the blood beads Mia had gathered and placed them in storage. I figured those two might need them in case of an emergency. To survive in this world, you have to be able to live using your own strength. That's why I have to be cold, to teach them not to rely on others, to be able to do everything themselves. I wish I could talk to them more, tell them more, but never mind. It isn't important. If I can help them grow stronger, then... There's no need to worry, you two. I won't allow the lost to get one step closer to you. Once I'd planned to give myself to them willingly. Now, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to trade my life for yours. Thank you both, Mia, Nicola, for giving me one last chance to live like a human being. The time we spent together was short, but I enjoyed it. Take care.
I can't. Carmilla didn't leave us
Looks
behind.
fine.
She sacrificed herself so that we could get away. Yet I thought nothing but awful things about her. I swore forever that I'd be the one in control of my life. I plan to stick around. I want to have a chance to pass along the same kindness that she showed me. I want to
That's
work
actually a
together
point.
to
The
open a
map
door
should
into a
point to
better
my next
world than the
objective,
one
shouldn't
we're
it?
in. I want to be even stronger.
It did earlier in the game.
Without you, something very important to me might have stayed lost in the past forever. Really, thank you.
Huh. Alright, that should have been the last vestige. Investigate Ridge of Frozen Souls.
I'm sorry. I was watching Eva for so long, but I couldn't do anything. After I gave her the blood beads, I thought things were getting better, but she suddenly got worse. I think she's still suffering on her own. Please, take care of her.
Ridge of Frozen Souls. Is that one of the locations we have? More presents. Serious looking book given to you by Louis is filled with historical anecdotes. It is said that treasured objects carry a small amount of haze from their owners. A note tucked under the cover reads, "Much can be learned from history. I hope this volume can provide you with some insight. Use it well." Alright, Chansum. What I'm going to be doing is basically seeing if we've got the Ridge of Frozen Souls, teleporting there if we do, and then just ending. We've already gone way past where I wanted to just call it anyway. So I appreciate you being here, Chansum. You take care of yourself, and we'll catch you next time. A gift from Coco is a personal favourite, rich with a variety of spices. I already have one of those. Right, let me see. Ridge of Frozen Souls. I do. I do already have this. Alright. So it's not a different mountain, it is the same mountain. There's someone outside the crypt.
Don't get too wild out there.
Anyway, that is going to do it for us for today. I want to thank everybody for watching. I always really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for joining me. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Chansum, Teak, Klim, EID. Thank you all so much for joining me and keeping company. Chat is always the best part of the stream. We'll be back with more Code Vein on Thursday, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT. Also, look forward to our Sunday stream, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT, where Chansum will be joining me on the mic as we begin Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. It's going to be a long playthrough, but it should be fun. Might have to keep a separate death counter for that. We'll have to consider. Oh, I thought you would have already gone and taken the dogs out by now, Chansum. But you have yourself a good time of day, Chansum. Thank you to everybody for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. And yeah. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.